What's going on, everybody? It is Spicy Topics, and I'm coming today with just a quick live, like I do lately, just quick lives. I want to update the people that are concerned about their health and their family's health, about what's going on with this COVID-19 coronavirus scare. I did get a chance to watch some lives and whatever and some videos, and people have mixed reactions about the whole situation. Some people feel like it's blown way out of proportion. And I'm just curious to know, whoever comes, to the chat or whatever, how serious is this to you? To the people that watch the replay, think about it. How serious is this type of situation? For me, it is serious because I don't want anybody's illness. I don't want anybody's virus, especially people that, and this is me talking, people that have smoked, whether you smoke cigarettes or you smoked any other type of extracurricular thing in life that has had some type of effect on your lungs. Can this affect these types of people in worst case scenarios, worse than others? Everybody seems to have different reactions. By the grace of God, the kids seem to really bounce back from the whole thing and they're not really affected, which is awesome. Like, I mean, I'm praising God for that, because it shows me that he's still he is the one in control, and nothing is flying past him. Everything that's happening, he is well aware of. So yeah, there was an update today, and just to get to that before I get off, because I'm not gonna be, I don't be long on videos, especially with this. It's just about the information. So the CDC restricts population over 50 people at businesses for the next 8 weeks, except of course workers in hospitals. European nations sealed their borders. They're no longer letting people in and out, except Americans are still able to come home. We know that they just have to be isolated to like a plane that does screening, so that's good. Wall Street stocks plunge at opening for the people that are into stocks. They plunged. They're failing right now. Schools, restaurants, and bars are closed in certain states. Most states close their schools, but in certain states, the bars and restaurants are closed, and they are only like doing takeout only. Which, and when I go back to the Wall Street thing, I think that's a tricky situation. You put your money and invest your money in something, and you don't know what's going to happen. But what I think is, after this matter, I would think that whole thing turns around, because people are going crazy with buying things. I mean, I know I went shopping and bought some things. We went shopping, so you just want to be prepared for the worst. Like I said, I know there are people that are not taking a situation that serious, and that it is what it is. I personally think you should definitely take heed. Now, my opinion is that some people don't want to take it serious because they have kids. Is it possible you can't find daycare, or you're not thinking that it's a serious matter because you don't feel like watching your kids? Or what is it that would make you go to a conspiracy theory right now? Like, people are actually getting sick. People are actually dying. And one thing I found interesting today is that I found a map update of the different states. Find your state for those that are watching, and see how many people as of today. I believe it was updated. It was definitely updated today earlier. See where you are. I mean, you don't see zero on the map. I haven't spotted a zero. Massachusetts has 100 plus people confirmed to have this virus. That does not mean there are not thousands of people or people growing by the minute that are getting this virus. It's just people that had the test and got the results and came up positive. This virus does not show immediate symptoms in most cases. It takes 2 to 14 days for symptoms to show. And again, remember that the symptoms are shortness of breath. Hi, Judith. You're welcome. My pleasure. I'm glad to do it. I'm glad to be here with you. Find your state and see where you at. And I'm pretty sure, Judith, you involved and you stay up to date. I know you are watching what's going on in your state. But just think about it, y'all, that the people that are tested positive are people that got the results. Okay, there are plenty people that came in contact with these people before they even knew they had the virus. So that's how serious it is for me. The fact that you could be by somebody who is perfectly seemingly healthy but sick, and it can affect people different. Like I said, you got smokers, you got people that already have lung issues, maybe previous pneumonia, any type of respiratory. We're talking about the respiratory system, y'all. That would consist of, and yes, I'm getting doctoral now, and I'm not a doctor, but let's talk facts. The respiratory system consists of the bronchioles, that's the only way I know how to pronounce it, the lungs, the pharynx, the larynx, the esophagus, the nostrils, the sinuses, all of that is a part of the system. So anywhere on that and in that system and throughout, you can be affected. And imagine smokers. If you're a smoker, you ever try to fight somebody and you smoke, you got real tired out. So this is just, to me, it's and I'm listening to the president today, and what I noticed about the president is that I don't think him or none of them really are giving us facts. They're not giving us facts. I'm hearing more fact-based information. I'm talking numbers outside of our own president in that administration. So yeah, this is the map. You see, California has 400 plus confirmed cases of this virus. Alaska has one confirmed. So if it's one, it was just zero. And because it's one, then that means there's more than one. Because there's not going to be one person and that's it. South Dakota 9, Wyoming 3, Idaho 5. Let's look at New York, because New York is going through it. Where is New York on my map? Rhode Island's 21. New Jersey is 30. That's another state that is close to where I'm at. Delaware got 7. Maryland got 26. I didn't even realize that. North Carolina 23. Florida 100 plus. And the crazy thing about Florida that I'm going to share with you. I had an order, but I'm not even in my order right now. So I'm going to show this, where is it? Right here. This is what's going on. Thousands leave Miami cruise, and this was yesterday. Thousands leave Miami cruise ship without screenings after former passenger got COVID-19. So somebody got it, and thousands of people left. They didn't get a screening in Miami. And remember, they on a cruise ship, so that means these people don't all live in Miami. They don't all live in Florida. These people come wherever from everywhere, which means that they're going home, which means they're traveling and coming in contact at rest stops. They are on buses. They are on planes. They are driving in cars, in trains. They are around people, and they are infecting people, and they don't even realize it. The Miami Herald and McClatchy news sites have lifted the paywall on our website. Okay, so we don't need to know that. Despite the positive test for COVID-19 from a passenger who had disembarked days earlier, thousands of people were allowed to leave a cruise ship in Miami on Sunday without undergoing medical screening. The former passenger got off the MSC Meraviglia in Miami on March 8th after an 8-day Caribbean cruise, leaving 103 passengers and the ship's crew aboard for the next voyage. 4 days later, after the ship had sailed with thousands of additional new passengers aboard, the Public Health Agency of Canada informed Broward-based MSC Cruises that the former passenger had tested positive. See? Once it received the result, the company said it's isolated in individual cabins 7 crew members who had been in close contact with the passenger. But instead of holding the ship off the Florida coast and testing people on board for COVID-19, the disease caused by the novel coronavirus, MSC said U.S. health authorities cleared it to dock Sunday and disembark passengers as normal. And that's what I'm saying. People are going out like this is not a serious matter, and there are people, and let's take a look again at Miami, one of the highest cases in the United States. As of today, they have 100 plus people confirmed cases. That's just Florida, because I think a part of that is allowing them people to go out that ship, cruise ship, and not be screened. California is a big state, and it has 400 plus confirmed cases. This is getting out of hand. Washington State has 600 plus. Oh, there's New York. New York has 900 plus. They have the most confirmed cases out there, and that's because there's a lot of social gatherings, and they want people to practice social distancing. Social distance, staying away from people. Stay away from them as much as possible. Limit all that. I'm trying to tell y'all. Keeping it moving, because I'm not being long. I'm just making a video, going live to update European nations sealed, we know, their borders. I read that part. Schools, restaurants, and bars are closed. Ferries are cutting interest rates to near zero. So they say. Because I talked to my and when we talk about what the President Trump was saying that he was lowering the cost for college students, this and that. Well, I got a call from mine, okay, where I owe, when you owe, and I asked them, they laughed. So I don't know. I don't know how much of that is true. I don't know if that's just gassing us up because they ain't helping me. I still had to make my payment, as small as it is. I still had to make a payment, and the guy laughed at me over the phone. So I'm not sure how that helped, but I mean, I think I know somebody who had got a call, and they are helping them with their interest rate. So you got credit cards, you got debt, loans, and things like that. I think now's the time that people going to be more merciful. Even with Xfinity is offering Wi-Fi for, if I'm not mistaken, up to 60 days free, where you can connect to the hotspots, and Xfinity has millions, if not billions, of hotspots that you can connect to. And they also are making customers that have Xfinity services and are past due, they're giving you extensions if you're eligible or not eligible. So they're being real nice. So if you have those issues, make sure you contact Xfinity if you have current service. If not, then they can't help you. So let me get to a video, because I'll be rushing. Let me get to some information here. Let's get to some video, because I think it's important. Even though this is a copy of CNN, it's important. We gotta know. So today, President Trump updated us, and let's check a little bit about what he had to say. Check it out.
If everyone makes this change, or these critical changes and sacrifices now, we will rally together as one nation, and we will defeat the virus, and we're going to have a big celebration all together. With several weeks of focused action, we can turn the corner and turn it quickly. A lot of progress has been made. I'm also pleased to report today that a vaccine candidate has begun the phase 1 clinical trial. This is one of the fastest vaccine development launches in history, not even close. We're also racing to develop antiviral therapies and other treatments, and we've had some promising results, early results, but promising, to reduce the severity and the duration of the symptoms. And I have to say that our government is prepared to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, we're doing. We're doing it in every way. And with that, I'd like to just introduce Dr. Birx, who's going to discuss some of the things that we strongly recommend. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think over the last...
Okay, so they narrowed it down to avoid gatherings more than 10 people. Narrowed down from 50. But you know what? They keep changing the information. So, yeah, we got to use common sense at the same time.
Last months, we've taken very bold action to stop the virus from coming to our shores. And because of that, we gained time to really get together and understand the progress across the globe of what has worked and what hasn't worked. We now need to appeal to every single American so that they can have their role in stopping the spread of this virus. We've talked about things before about washing your hands, but we really want to focus on, if you are sick, no matter who you are, please stay home. If someone in your household is diagnosed with this virus, the entire household should quarantine in the house to prevent spread of the virus to others. The reason we're taking these strong and bold steps is because we know there is virus spread before you develop symptoms, and then we know that there's a large group, we don't know the precise percent yet, that actually is asymptomatic or has such mild cases that they continue to spread the virus.
I want to know why you say that. MATC, a wild boy, you say liar. Can you tell me why you think that I want to interact with you, and I want to know what is a liar? Are you saying she's lying about details? The whole thing is a lie? What's up?
If your children are sick, please keep them home. Now, to our older population or those with pre-existing medical conditions, everyone in the household needs to focus on protecting them. Everyone in the household. I want to speak particularly to our largest generation now, our millennials. I have the mom of two wonderful millennial young women who are bright and hardworking, and I will tell you what I told to them. They are the core group that will stop this virus. They are the group that communicates successfully, independent of picking up a phone. They intuitively know how to contact each other's without being in.
Okay, I feel you on that because they are lying, and they're lying, and I have to stop it too, y'all. I'm sorry I gotta stop the video so much, but again, shout out to my girl Nick at Night because I be learning. You gotta make these types of videos transformative as far as what I know, you know. So yeah, they lying because President Trump has told us how many days has he said there's nothing to worry about. Go eat dinner with your family. Everything is okay. And then 2 minutes later, the vice president or the Dr. Fauci, whatever his name is, comes up and says this is not the worst. It's going to get worse. It's going to be worse. He's even trying to implement a national lockdown, like quarantine for everybody, just like Italy and I believe Spain now. He wants us to all go in the house so they can control this thing, but President Trump he's not doing that yet. How do y'all feel about that? That's another question.
Large social gatherings. We're asking all of them to hold their gatherings to under 10 people, not just in bars and restaurants, but in homes. We really want people to be separated at this time, to be able to address this virus comprehensively that we cannot see, for which we don't have a vaccine or a therapeutic. The only thing we have right now is the amazing ingenuity and compassion of the American people.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We're appealing to all Americans to take these steps, to protect each other, and to ensure that the virus doesn't spread. These guidelines are very specific. They're very detailed. They will only work if every American takes this together to heart and responds as one nation and one people to stop the spread of this virus. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Birx.
Honestly, this guy right here, I don't know. I think his name is Dr. Fauci. I think he's like the administration of all doctors across the United States, something like that. I like what he's saying. I feel like I can kind of hear him out more than I can hear any of them out. The woman, Dr. Burke, I mean, I'm borderline. But sorry, President Trump, but I don't know about you, dude.
So just to connect with what I mentioned to you in previous discussions in this room, and Dr. Burke said it very well, that in order to be able to contain and curtail this epidemic to not reach its maximum capability, we have a two-pillar approach, one of which I believe has been very effective.
Okay, I just saw your chat, your comment, and yeah, the virus is more dangerous than they're telling us, and I agree with you. It's to me sad that a lot of people are still blowing it over. I remember they were saying black people can't catch it. I never subscribed to that idea, ever. How in the world is a virus why would a virus be prejudiced? Like, to me, that never made sense. What makes sense to me is genetic makeup. So if you were saying something in black people, we had some type of DNA or something that was a Superman or something, Superwoman, then okay. But I just never subscribed to that. How can we not get it? So yeah, I appreciate the fact that at least you and I'm sure Judith also, we know, like, this is serious, and I am interested in knowing what your thoughts are about it, as far as what you think. You said martial law. Can you explain?
In preventing the substantial seating, and namely the travel restrictions that we've discussed many times in this room. The other, equally, if not more important, is when you have infection in your own country, which we do. And, I could read the numbers, but they're really essentially what we've seen yesterday, incremental increases both globally as well as in the United States, with the curve doing that. So therefore, the kinds of things that we do are containment and mitigation.
What we're mentioning now, the guidelines, when you look at them carefully, I believe if the people in the United States take them seriously, because they were based on some rather serious consideration back and forth, some may look at them and say they're going to be really inconvenient for people. Some will look and say, well, maybe we've gone a little bit too far. They were well thought out. And the thing that I want to reemphasize, and I'll say it over and over again, when you're dealing with an emerging infectious diseases outbreak, you are always behind where you think you are if you think that today reflects where you really are. That's not where.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut it so I can go back to the chat because I'm switching from internet to back to the chat. And one of the things I'm gonna show y'all again is this is very important. The map. So based on what he said, if you think that you are ahead of the game, you're really behind, basically. So yeah, this was today's map update of find your state and see where you are. I think where I'm at, I think that increased by 3. I gotta confirm that. But these are just positive confirmed tests. This is not actual. This is not the actual numbers. And again, them people in Florida that was on that cruise ship, they done infected so many other people because they wasn't screened. And you don't have those symptoms. You don't have symptoms between 2 and 14. So come on. I mean, virus could be next door. Ew. Like, yuck. So you said that's where you won't be able to leave your home, martial law. Thank you. As simple as that. Smack myself. But yeah, I appreciate it. And you know what? This is kind of crazy. I don't want to be selfish because I keep thinking to myself, no work, pay. But yeah, that's thinking foolish. For one, I work from home. So what the hell? And it's amazing because I thought that I would be overstressed at work today. Was very busy, but I'm glad to say I was more willing to help. So this is a good time to be helpful. Although I had to pray about it. Angela, hey. Yeah. So why would they want to keep us in the house? I might know what I think, but I'm interested in knowing what y'all think. Why would they want us to stay in the house? Are they planning on, because I heard things like get your money out the bank. You said I'm in Ohio. I think the numbers went up here. Yeah, I do too. I think mine went up, but this was updated today, so they got this definitely is, and you have 37 cases over there. Wow. 37 cases, confirmed cases, but isn't Ohio a big state? I went to Cleveland, and it was so nice in Cleveland when I went. It was big. Cleveland was big to me because I live in a little small, tiny state. I don't like telling people where I live, y'all. I'm very scary about that. Yeah, so anyway, it is these are the numbers. We don't believe, me I don't know, it's MATC, a wild boy, don't believe that this is accurate. It's more cases. So yeah, let's see what else, because you know me, I'm not going to be long. Let's finish up with what
Speak. It means if you think you're here, you're really here because you're only getting the results. Therefore, it will always seem that the best way to address it would to be doing something that looks like it might be an overreaction. It isn't an overreaction. It's a reaction that we feel is commensurate, which is actually going on in reality. So take a look at the guidelines, read them carefully, and we hope that the people of the United States will take them very seriously because they will fail if people don't adhere to them. We have to have, as a whole country, cooperate and collaborate to make sure these get done. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. President, a lot of people are concerned about how long all of this might last. Do you have any kind of estimate that if Americans really were to band together
Right.
and do what the White House is suggesting, how quickly you could turn this corner?
My favorite question, I ask it all the time. How many times, Anthony, I think I ask him that question
deflect
every day, and I speak to Deborah, I speak to a lot of them, I get the opinion. So it seems to me that if we do a really good job, we'll not only hold the death down to a level that is much lower than the other way, had we not done a good job, but people are talking about July, August, something like that.
See, July, August. Don't forget he said that, y'all. July, August, because I didn't think he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said everything was cool. He said everything was under control. And even in this press conference, he say again, everything is under control. July, August. See, that's what I'm saying. The numbers, I don't like the facts. This is, it just don't seem reliable at all. And it's not reliable at all. Not at all.
It could be right in that period of time where it washes through. Other people don't like that term, but where it washes through.
So is this the new normal until the height of the summer?
We'll see what happens, but they think August, could be July, could be longer than that. But I've asked that question many, many times. Yes.
That being said, Mr. President, Americans today and looking forward are living with so much anxiety and so much fear facing uncertainty right now. I'm curious, how are you talking to your own family about this? How are you talking to your youngest son? Do you empathize with this sense of anxiety? People are really scared.
Yeah. No, I think they are very scared. I think they see that we're doing a very professional job. We've been working with the governors and frankly, the mayor's local government at every level. We have FEMA totally involved. FEMA has been, usually we see FEMA for the hurricanes and the tornadoes. Now we have FEMA involved in this. They've been doing a fantastic job locally, working with people that they know because they work, like as an example, in California, in the state of Washington. They work with them a lot on other things, and they're very familiar, so they're working on it. What you can do, and all you can do, is professional, totally competent. We have the best people in the world. We are really the greatest experts in the world. And someday soon, hopefully it'll end and we'll be back to where it was. But this came up, it came up so suddenly. Look, you were surprised. We were all surprised. We heard about it. We heard about reports from China that something was happening, and all of a sudden, we did make a good decision. We closed our borders to China very quickly, very rapidly. Otherwise, we'd be in a very, as Tony has said numerous times, we'd be in a very bad position, much worse than we would be right now. You look at what's happening in other countries. Italy's having a very hard time. But I think that what we do, and I've spoken actually with my son. He says, "How bad is this?" It's bad. It's bad. But we're going to.
What is he talking about? Like, why are you telling us about what you said to your son, dude? Like. And yeah, you're right. And don't listen, dude. You're not even giving us anything to be calm about. That was crazy. And so moving on to, I can't deal with Trump too much because he does to me a lot of deflecting. When he's asked a question, he starts, the president, he starts complimenting people and getting off the subject. I mean, because you don't have the answers. We're hoping it's not too long. Maybe July, August, maybe longer. People will be dead, dude. Yo, you this is not common to American people. And it's funny to me how other countries, I think, I would watch other countries. I heard somebody say, and I don't remember who, but said, watch other news, international media outlets. Make sure we watch them because a lot of time their news can be more reliable. I don't know. Let's see. But anyway, y'all, moving along because I'm not going to be long. Children in the coronavirus. Does anybody know why or what is your thoughts about how kids are not getting affected like adults? Why do you think kids are not being affected like adults are? That's what I'm interested in knowing. My opinion, my thoughts are, and I'm waiting for y'all's, is when we get older, adults start abusing the body with addictive substances, with smoking, with abusing the body. Hey, even intercourse. I don't want to use certain words, but even doing things overly where you are kind of abusing the body. Stress, all of that damages the body, the nervous system, anxiety levels, car accidents damages the skeletal system. And, just a lot of what we eat. We take in so many unhealthy foods and drinks. I mean, our body should be at a state of alkalinity and a state of alkaline where we This is what I learned, okay? Where we eat real homegrown foods that have seeds, and a lot of our foods are not homegrown. They are genetically infused with hormones, and these are damaging, causing the body to be acidic and more prone to disease, mucus, sicknesses, and disease. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. So it's a lot of reasons why I think adults are sick faster, because we don't take care of ourselves like we should. We overly do it, and sometimes it's things that we can't help. Sometimes we are born with things like some people need dialysis, have blood disorders, they have oversized hearts, God forbid. Just different things, different ways. And this disease it's an attack. It's like, to me, it looks like a porcupine with spikes. That's the way it looks to me. And that it attacks your lungs and your respiratory system. Can you imagine not being able to breathe? Oh my God, I'm almost out of breath now. It's such a panic. Pneumonia is one of the effects of that. So I would love to know why are kids, and I only think that God is the reason why he protected the children who are not putting themselves they're innocent in a sense. Not they some bad kids sometimes, but they're innocent in the sense they're not, most of kids are not out there abusing their bodies, and there's more mercy. So Judah says, oh yeah, and I'll get back to you, a wild boy. Trump cannot say for certain because China makes 90% of our antibiotics, masks, medical products, testing kits, etc. So we are at China's mercy. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%, Judah. Everything you said is right. Plus the wigs, and this ain't nothing we need, but the wigs we buy, the clothes we wear, the makeup we put on, you right about that, because that could be a threat. Let him talk against them. That could be a threat. And I think, and I could be wrong, but this might be what they call a biological warfare, chemical warfare. But then why would they kill their own people? So I don't even know if that makes sense. But Wild Boy says, I hear alkaline water is good for you too. Yeah, it is good for you, because if you think about it, yo, I be studying a lot. I don't just be up here running my mouth, okay? So alkaline water is good because if you think about it, it's called homeostasis. That is the internal environment of your body's temperature. So, and if you think about women, we wear, black women and Caucasian women wear perms so their hair can be curly. These chemicals, they put your hair, I don't remember if it's alkaline or acidic, but even when you think about that, your body just think your internal body needs to be at a certain level. It goes from a scale, I believe, from 0 to 14 or something, and I could be wrong, but when it's at alkaline, the body is fights diseases, and disorders are said not to live in the atmosphere. When it's at an acidic level, there's mucus in that body, and that causes diseases and disorders. So they say eat plant-based foods that have seeds in them. If you look at your oranges today, a lot of them are not even they're man-made. So be careful. We got to be careful, because when you look at oranges, I know there's oranges that don't have seeds, there's grapes that don't have seeds, but we got to try to eat the ones that do, because these are the ones that are plant-based and living food. Another thing I learned, if food makes you sleepy, then you shouldn't be eating it. Food should give you energy, because it should be a living plant base. So there's a lot of reasons I think we tear up our systems in our body. I know I was a smoker, and I still do the vapor. Yeah, I do the vapor. So God forbid, you already messing up your lungs and your breathing. I remember I don't fight people, but I remember back in the day I was fighting. Oh my gosh, I was so out of breath, because at the time I smoked cigarettes. Cigarettes tear up your lungs. So God forbid, a person that's a chronic smoker, a previous smoker, lungs are already compromised, and that darn virus hit you. So yeah, people who don't want to take it serious, but I really think you should care about your health, if nothing else. Maria says, this is nothing to play with. It will kill us if it gets us. Once it gets in the body, it gets out of control. People need to stop going outside. People are walking around, don't even know they got it. Maria, I'm with you 110. I am with you, and I've been controlling. I don't care if you white, black. I don't care what you are. I know I went to the supermarket, me and my mom, and it was a Caucasian woman walked by real close to my mom, and I just couldn't help it. I'm like, see, y'all not listening. Y'all are not listening. Y'all are the ones that gotta be careful. She smiled, and I'm like, yeah, I don't mean to be controlling, but y'all are the main targets. Y'all can't be that close. You know, you gotta stay away from people breathing on them. You can't. You gotta be wise. You know. Judith said, Spice, let people know China controls this due to NAFTA's trade agreement due to Bill Clinton. This is why Trump got out of it. Really? Let's see. You said NAFTA trade, and I didn't even know that, Judith. You putting me on you putting me on to something. And I'm trying to quickly look at it real fast. You said NAFTA trade deal Trump. Yep, there we go. It'd be nice if they had a video. That way I don't have to. I'm lazy sometimes. Trump signs USMCA trade deal to replace nightmare NAFTA. We're just going to call it NAFTA. And let's read a little bit. With great fanfare and without the presence of the Democratic congressional contingent that pushed for ratification, President Donald Trump signed the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement on the South Lawn of the White House on Wednesday morning with some 400 guests, including former CEOs and workers in attendance. Okay, what is it about? The deal is a reboot of the North American Free Trade Agreement that has governed trade between the United States and its neighbors since '94. Although Trump has promoted USMCA as a wholesale overhaul that replaced the NAFTA nightmare, as he called it in his remarks Wednesday, trade experts say this characterization was inaccurate. I guess that's him signing it. So let's see. Trump claimed the deal will cost U.S. economic growth by 1.2%, but economists voiced skepticism. White House officials have previously estimated the economic boost at nearly 0.5%, which some also viewed as overblown. Okay. The deal expanded intellectual property protections and provisions for digital trade, a sector that has now Judith, you can narrow that down because I will get lost in all of that. Like I need it broken down. I need it broken down. Absolutely. Hi Nita. Absolutely. Let's get started. What's going on? North American Free Trade Agreement at NAFTA. Y'all can put me on because I'm lost with it. So yeah, break it down for me, y'all, please, in the chat. But yeah, so kids are very much doing well with this, doing real good. Thank you, Lord. And it's like God is so good. God allowed. Now I'm a God-fearing woman. Okay, I sin, I cuss sometimes too, a lot. But yeah, it's just amazing to me how it's not hurting the kids as much as it's hurting everybody else. I thought that was something good, something good. So that the crazy thing to me, and I wanted to really know what y'all felt. I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. I really want y'all to answer, and I really want to know, Judith. Yeah, Judith said yes, it does make sense. The virus is listed under biotech warfare. Okay, China was going to use this on Africa to take their land. Wow, dollar resources, God had it backfire. You know what, Judith? That reminds me of I was on My Radio's live. Shout out to My Radio. Make sure y'all check her out. Girl is on it. And she put a video up of there was these African kids in school and it was these Chinese people there that was going to take over their country. And they were teaching the Africans who did not speak their language words. The Africans were smiling, little kids smiling and repeating, I am a nigger, I am dirty, and all these things. That's crazy. I know that well, what it has to do with is that they was trying to take over. So yeah, that's confirmation. Maria says we all need to sue this China president. Man, he trying to kill us all crazy. I know. I mean, remember, like I grew up always having it in me to fear them, not fear them like I'm scared of them, but don't y'all remember like feeling they used to always tell us they'll throw what is it? Neutral nitroglycerin, I don't know, nitro something on us, a deadly chemical that will kill us all. So I always felt that we was on eggshells with China. So Has any of y'all in y'all states where y'all are, anybody been confined to your house yet? Quarantine? Do y'all think we will be? And while I ask that, I'm going to read the comments. China could be using it for population control. Yes, that's very true, MATC. That is true. Because I heard that we know they overpopulated. And if you ever look at those pictures, it's like so many people there. So that makes sense. They could kill their own people, man. They are something else. Judah said the virus was going to be tested on the African people, but it backfired. Yes, thank you, Jesus. Thankful for the grace of God. Yes, and yes. And I believe it. Nikita says, my sister had her 50th birthday party and I felt obligated to go, but I already deal with respiratory issues, so I didn't go. It was at a club. Was I wrong? I feel so bad. Nita, no, not Nikita. Nita, you were right. You gotta do what you got to do, and to be honest with you, sis shouldn't have had it. Like I'm what state, if you don't mind, you may not want to reveal that. I totally understand, but just look at your map. I'm put this up, and this is at minimum. This was today, but I know these numbers are not right because there were 3 cases today. So Nita, where are you at, and look at your state. Is you right or wrong for staying home? That's all I want to know. Yeah, you was right to make that decision. If you already know, that's a good thing for you, because you don't want to be in a position where your life is at stake, all because of soothing somebody's, something that's you love your sister, I'm sure, and she loves you, and you'll always, God give grace, you'll have her, but you need your life, you need your health, and this is a devastating time. Yeah, it's raining, so that makes it like, the moisture in the air. And one thing that I think is it's springtime. Now, y'all might not agree with this, but it's springtime. Disease, viruses, and I'm not sure. Let's say that bacteria and viruses, they incubate in certain atmosphere, like weather. If you put viruses under a microscope, little parasites, any of those little microorganisms under a microscope, you can see them. The naked eye can't see them, but under a microscope you can see them. If you put it into an incubator, and that's what doctors use whenever they're doing samples, that's what they incubate, so they can get bigger and grow, and you can kind of see them. So it's springtime. Do y'all think that I don't know, maybe y'all know, do you think the virus will grow and become even stronger in this type of weather we coming into? I would love to know. Do y'all want a national quarantine? Do y'all think that we should all stop working for a minute and get paid and stay home? Do y'all think that we need to do that, or do you think that's not a good idea? If we got paid for 2 weeks and was able to stay home, if we could apply for like benefits, because they said they got over $50 billion for us, can we get 2 weeks? We put work in, reparations. Like, do y'all think we should be able to stay home? Maria says, yes, people, if you don't feel safe, stay home. Stay home is the safe place to be. This is not a good time to be walking around. This is all around us. People are walking around and don't know they have it. Absolutely. Hey, April. Hey. Yeah, I don't know if I have moderators, April. I don't know how to I'm not on the YouTube live. I'm on a different software. I need some moderators though. Yeah, cuz I don't know if y'all are writing messages and I have to click them. Y'all are not saying anything no cusses and anything like that, but yeah, I mean, do you think people we should be home? It sounds like to me, Maria think, yeah, if we can stay home. Why is Trump not letting us do that yet? We got Spain, Italy, they can stay home. Now, like I said, I work from home, so I don't know if I get off work either way, but I know if the supervisors can't work, then how can I? So, But I'm saying, like, it's real. People not gonna obey. They not gonna listen. They're not gonna listen. They're still gonna go out. They still all in people's distances, or not practicing social distance, and they none of that. People, they're laughing at, probably at this live, calling me dumb, calling me, saying I'm over exaggerating, but I'm not. I just care about what's going on. Yeah, so we at the beginning of the coronavirus stage. One is a cold symptom. Stage 2, coughing like a dog, bronchitis symptoms. Like third stage, breathing problems, difficulty breathing. Yeah, yeah, Maria. Yeah, we are. And I played a video of this guy Clay yesterday, who he had it. Now somebody that, let's listen to this guy. I almost forgot. If y'all haven't heard, and here's my Twitter if you want to follow me. I just go on Twitter, y'all. I'm about to be, but I'm not really social media, post everything. I post though on Twitter. But here is Idris Elba.
Hey, what's up, guys? So look, this morning I got some test results back for coronavirus, and it came back positive. Yeah, and it sucks. Listen, I'm doing okay. Sabrina hasn't been tested, and she's doing okay. I didn't have any symptoms. I got tested because I realized I was exposed to someone who had also tested positive. I found out last Friday that they were tested positive. I quarantined myself and got a test immediately, and got the results back today. Look, this is serious, Now's the time to really think about social distancing, washing your hands. Beyond that, there are people out there who aren't showing symptoms and that can easily spread it, okay? So now's a real time to be really vigilant about washing your hands and keeping your distance, okay? We've told our families, they're very supportive. We've told our colleagues, and transparency is probably the best thing for this right now. If you're feeling ill or you feel like you should be tested or you've been exposed, and do something about it, all right? It's really important. Look, we live in a divided world right now. We can all feel it. It's been bullshit. But now's the time for solidarity. Now's the time for thinking about each other. There are so many people whose lives have been affected, from those who have lost people that they love to people that don't even have it and have lost their livelihoods. This is real, all right? I just wanted to share my news with you guys, and I will keep you updated as how I'm doing. But so far, we're feeling okay. All right, man. Stay positive and don't freak out.
See, he got it, and it's crazy. It's good he doesn't have the symptoms yet. Sabrina's back there freaking out, and I'm scared. I think I would be freaking out too, because like you said, I think Maria said that. Did y'all even hold up? Did y'all even see it? They're saying it will be back next season, and what if it morphs into something stronger? Like, how do they freaking know? That's crazy. You're welcome, Maria. Thank you for sharing information. People need to know the truth about what's going on around the world. Wow. And that is something else. I always say his name wrong. Albert Idris, something like that. He has it. He's good right now. He doesn't have any his symptoms. There's no symptoms showing, and and the one that's next to him, they're quarantining. Obviously, they can't be around anybody right now. Woo! Every time I think about it, y'all, I start breathing funny. Like, this is something, even if it's not the worst case scenario, it's just be aware that it's something that you don't have now, that you don't have. So the fact that you don't know that you can get it's not cool, you know. Yes, let's stay prayed up, Nita. That's right. We gonna pray up. That's right. And now, and you said Shaking. Oh, you talking to MATC word? Okay. But yeah, Judah says Bill Gates. It is said to have his hands in this. You know what? I wouldn't be shocked. These people, man. Judah says Spice. China had 8 to 10 vacant cities. Nobody lives there. Why? They have places to put their people. Look it up. What? Yeah, good question. You critical think. Yeah. They had 8 to 10 vacant cities. Nobody lives there. Why? That's weird. Why wouldn't they have? I don't. That's a little strange and scary too. Yeah. So before I go, I wanted to see if anything else. I would love to know what's up with him now. Do he fit? That was what that say 5 hours ago. I don't know how long ago he did the video. They shared it, of course, but I'm interested to know how. Woo, telling y'all every time I think about that, I breathe funny. Lord have mercy. I want to know how he doing now. I'm trying to see. Let's see if there's somebody else that's not the right one that had tested positive, and I want to see before we roll out if they got anybody up here that can share, because the reason I'm doing that is because people still don't think it's serious and they blowing it off, but they be the main ones in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? The main ones that don't think it's serious, and that's going around a lot of people infected and giving it to other people who are taking precautions. So that's why, like, you just be careful, be mindful. What do you make? Okay, I saw that he's shutting it down. Schools are closed, and they're doing, like, they want people to work from home. It was a Jerome, this guy, it's a French guy who said that it's a lie that kids are not dying from it. So I guess where he is, that their statistics show children being affected by it. I guess it depends, because he was saying how it's not true. I'm in quarantine in Germany. Let's see what this guy has to say real quick.
When reality stars get together.
Not the ad. Sorry, guys.
You brought your own.
Okay.
Oh boy, what a title. Oh boy, what a thumbnail, they'll say. That's what they'll say in the comments. Hi, I'm Wilbur Soot, and I'm currently putting myself in a soft quarantine, because that's what the internet told me to do.
Okay,
so
no, he want to play around and joke about it, but at least he's doing right. Now, I played this video yesterday. I'm not going to play the whole thing because y'all might have saw that. But this is a guy who is affected, and to me, this is a message for people that are God-fearing, because I know my own family every time. Oh, I believe in God. God got me, and you're right. But if God say don't go, if he touch your heart and speak to you and tell you in your spirit, don't go there, and you still go, you are not being obedient, and you could be putting yourself in danger. This guy is going to show you how his case scenario was when he got it.
Someone who's experiencing it right now. Clay Bentley, he's living with coronavirus. He's currently under quarantine in a hospital room in Rome, Georgia, just outside Atlanta. He recently posted this message to his loved ones.
Didn't look good. Didn't look good for a while. And it's been a hard road. But I'm here to tell you that when you got the Word of God to stand on, there ain't no weapon formed against you can prosper. I had a lot of people contact me, let me know that they're praying. You just don't know what that means.
Wow.
Yeah,
Bentley.
So that's him. That's one case scenario, just to show y'all how awful this thing look. You know, that looks bad. And then you got some people who are, they had it and they said they fine, don't worry, don't nobody worry, but you shouldn't give that message. You're fine. You shouldn't send that message out for everybody else, because people they want to believe that this is just a hoax. So they'll believe that. Let's hear this guy.
And now to the latest on the coronavirus. It's once again rattling Wall Street. Stock futures, they are down across the board right now, with the Dow futures down more than 1,200 points.
CBS News' Jenna DeAngelis joins us live from the stock exchange with more on what is going to be a volatile day out there. Jenna?
It sure is, Chris and Mary, and the spread of the coronavirus has led to fear impacting travel, businesses large and small. And as you said, it is certainly being felt here on Wall Street. The number of cases in the state has jumped to 105, and officials warn they expect it to rise, especially as more people are tested. A state of emergency declared in New York, where more than 100 people have tested positive for the coronavirus, which is quickly spreading across states. Connecticut announced its first case over the weekend, and there are 6 cases in New Jersey, including James Kai, the first confirmed in the state.
Every day is getting worse.
Kai, a 32-year-old physician's assistant working and living in both Manhattan and Fort Lee, New Jersey, says he became sick after attending a medical conference at a Times Square hotel last weekend. He went to an urgent care clinic and then to the ER at Hackensack University Medical Center, where he's been hospitalized since Tuesday.
It happened so quick.
Kai explained he's not a smoker and had no underlying health conditions before contracting the coronavirus, warning others to take the threat seriously.
A lot of people say, oh, it's okay, don't wear a mask. I don't believe that.
Officials say the key to containing the virus is finding the positive cases so they can be quickly isolated, which means testing needs to be done. Governor Cuomo toured Northwell Health Labs on Long Island Sunday, which just got federal approval to begin manual testing. The governor calling on the federal government to increase testing capacity at more labs so thousands of tests can be done a day.
I think the CDC has just been slow off the mark, and they continue to be slow.
New York City, where more than a dozen cases have been confirmed, canceling all school trips abroad and non-essential international travel for city workers.
I think
Okay, so just to show y'all that was another guy. Now let's look at this one last guy. Ohio man.
And finally, the road to recovery for people infected with the coronavirus. Many of them have not been identified yet.
But one man from Ohio spoke out from his hospital bed
today,
convinced he would not survive the weekend.
This morning, inside the fight to survive the coronavirus.
Yeah, that's the cough.
This is now life for Kevin Harris. Jeez. Medical professionals visiting him in the hospital in Ohio are limited and wearing full protective gear.
That's you, and that's me.
The 55-year-old says he started feeling sick about 2 weeks ago after traveling from his home in Warren, Ohio to Cleveland. Doctors then treated him for the flu and sent him home, but his fever and dry cough, a primary symptom of the virus, only got worse. On Friday night, he posted this video to Facebook from his hospital bed, convinced he wouldn't survive the weekend.
Do I want to die suffocated and then going into cardiac arrest?
But this morning, good news from Harris's doctors, who say his lung function is improving.
It's uncharted territory.
This morning, people caring for patients also sharing firsthand accounts. On Instagram, a New York herbalist documenting her struggle to care for her parents, both of whom are infected. She says she's never seen something attack the lungs like this, adding, quote, I'm powerless against this thing. I can't sleep because I'm so terrified about my dad's breathing, just sitting outside his door.
You know, having some mild symptoms.
Miami's Mayor Francis Suarez is also sharing his recovery from the virus, hoping to calm some fears.
I feel well. Certainly, I'm sure I'm going to feel symptoms, but I want to document them and let the public know so that they can hopefully have a sense of comfort.
As for Harris, he doesn't know when he'll leave the hospital, and he believes the pandemic will change the world.
It already has, and I think it's going to bring everybody closer.
Kevin Harris says he is sharing his story so that people...
That is some cases of the virus, and it's on the internet about Oprah. What happened? What happened, Judith? So yeah, that's some guys that yeah, he looks drained, and oh, me neither. I'm not trying to catch that. Judith said after you get off live, run again and keep the black community informed. Great job. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I will look into it, and thank you very much, Judith. I'm about to get off live, y'all, but that's just some cases of what's going on. So I like people to know that it's not nothing I don't want that. I don't want to feel like I'm suffocating. Like, okay. It just crazy. But I want to thank y'all so much for coming and watching it live. And I'll be back trying to be on live more often. And let me see what you said, Judith. You said, by the way, Oprah and Gail plus 17,000 people they came in contact with at her seminar. She was hugging Tom Hanks and his wife. She came down with it 2 days later. Say what? Yes, Nita, I will. Let me look that up before I go. Yeah, I didn't. Oh my God. See, y'all, this is not a game. Let's go. Damn. I really feel like my breathing is compromised right now. Oprah. Let's see what happened. Come on, internet. Okay, there we go. Oprah Corona. Let's see. Where'd it go? Denver woman misses Oprah event. No, that's not it. Is it under something specifically? Yeah, cook everything from scratch. Wash and scrub your meat in lemon, vinegar, or lime. Stop eating processed food. Absolutely. Let me see if I could find Oprah. I want to find it in contact with coronavirus. That should be on here now. Where is it? Okay. This is serious. Is it on Twitter? Let me see what come up. No, it's not there either. Hold up. Let me see. No, that's not what I need. Let me see. Oh, at Willie D, very informative with receipts. Okay. I'm gonna have to check into that one. Let me see one more time, and I'm gonna check into it, and then I will probably come back live tomorrow. Oprah Winfrey hugs Tom Hanks, and then let's just put coronavirus. Does she have it or what? I will pull up Willie's live. Let me see. Yeah, I like Willie. I don't know. I'm not gonna play his whole video because I don't know. I don't want to ruin relationships. Let's see. Which I don't know him, but I like his video. Willie D questions. He's on live now. Waka flocka blah. Okay. Let me try one more thing, y'all. I'm gonna try Google and just type it and see. Oprah Winfrey comes in contact with Let me see if this have any information. Emmy voters' couches are about to get a workout. Coronavirus halts in prison. No, in person. The Television Academy announced Thursday at this Emmy seasons for your consideration events will be entirely live stream. Okay, it will be a difficult Emmy season. No, this is not it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find out, and I will try to schedule a live instead of like I keep doing, just coming out on lives. Bam. Yeah, Judith, thank you for that information. I'm going to check into it. Read about Oprah on Willie D platform with receipts. I will do that. I'm gonna do that later because I gotta roll now. But I want to again thank everybody for joining the live. Yeah, y'all, we gotta protect ourselves, and I gotta go. I gotta go outside. And I'm like, oh my God. Staying away from people. I'm not breathing when I'm next to people. I'm not touching them. I don't know. I just don't, you know. And pray for all of y'all. God protection be among all of y'all.